everyone. So again, you can see we are here in the living room. We don't have any equipment and we will do a nice workout here. We will do it again like last time. So I will show you the movements, how you can do them and how you can variate them first, and then we go through them one by one. I hope you enjoy. So for the warm-up, we will just go through a series of exercises. So you stand straight and you take your feet back and come into a high plank. Then you take your right foot to your right hand and your left foot to your left hand. Then you lie down on your stomach. You turn around, a little bit elegant, and then you come up into a standing. You touch with your right hand the ground next to your left foot and the opposite side. Then you lift your hands, you stand at the end of the mat. You walk to the front and you take your feet to the front so you end at the front of the mat. Again, we go 5 times through this round. You step back into a plank. You come with your right foot next to your right hand, with your left foot next to your left hand. You come down on the floor. You lie down on the floor. You turn on your back. You come up as quickly as you can. And then you touch with your left hand the floor next to your right foot, and with your right foot the floor next to your left hand. Other way around. Hands down, walk to the front, take your feet forward and come up. Round 3, same thing again. Hands up, hands down, feet back, high plank. You want to take right foot to right hand and left foot to left hand. Come down, lie down on your stomach. Turn on your back, come up into a standing. Then you step outside with your left foot and touch the ground, and with your right foot and touch the ground. Come up with your hands, bend your knees, walk to the front into a high plank, take your feet forward and stand again. Round 4, one more round to go afterwards. Hands down, feet back, plank. One foot forward to the hand, back, and then the other foot forward to the hand and back. Lie on your stomach, turn on your back, come then up into a standing, step with your foot outside, touch the ground, step with your foot outside, touch the ground, and then stand at the end of the mat. This time walk with your hands forward, take your feet front towards your mat, come up. And again, last one, hands up, hands down, feet back, high plank, right foot to right hand outside, left foot to left foot hand, left foot to left hand outside, lie on your stomach, turn on your back, come up into a standing, step with your right foot outside, touch the ground, step with your left foot outside, touch the ground, stand at the end of the mat, hands up, bend your knees, come forward, and then stand and take a short break. Okay. So I will now show you the next 3 exercises we are going to do one after another. The first one is a hip hinge on the chair. So we take the chair, we put the elbows on the chair, and then you go and put your hip all the way down on the ground and push your hip as much up as you can. So you go down and push the hip as much up as you can. And you can also do this one a little bit more difficult by lifting one leg up and lifting one leg up. So next movement will then be a leg up, hands down. So you put one foot on the chair, you bend down, touch the ground, come with your hands again up. Of course, you do both sides. If you are not that fit, you can just put the hands on the knee. Or if you feel adventurous, you put both feet on the chair, you put the same leg down again on the floor and you lift your hands again up. You put both feet on the chair and then you come forward and come up. The third movement will then be the backward plank, so I lie on my back and then I just push my hip up and come into a straight line, or I come on my hands and push the hip up from here, and I can even lift the legs up one at a time. The third movement will be a burpee, so I either put my hands on the ground, jump back or step back, or I put my hands on the chair. So, let's go. Put your elbows on the chair and then remember you want to push your hip all the way up, having your knees pointing to the ceiling, counting to 10. You can lift one leg at a time if you want. Alternate the legs then, one right, one left. Try to keep the knees more or less stable so that they're not coming back towards you. And always remember to push your hip all the way up and don't forget to count for 10 repetitions. And otherwise keep going up and down. And then we are done. So then we go and we put one leg on the chair, we come into a high plank, or you just keep the foot on the chair and bend your hands front and down. Number 1, then 2, and front, and 3, and up, and 4, up, 5, up, 2 times, 6, up, and the last one, and 7, and up. So now change legs, and then we do the same thing again on the other side. 1, and 2, and 3, four, five, six, and then the last one, and 7, and back. So, and then our next movement is the plank on the back. So either you go in a low plank or you come into a high plank, and then you want to lift your legs 10 times. So go 1, lift, 2, lift, 3, lift, 4, 5, 6, keep the hip up, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, and 10. Up again, come to our next movement in this round. Go for 10 burpees. So stand and jump or step back. Jump or step back, and 4. And try to keep your hip a little bit more up than what I do here. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and the last one, and 10. So then I will show you the next 3 exercises of round 2. So first of all, we have the roasted chicken. So you come either into a low or into a high plank, and then your goal is to turn around you. So you can either do this with straight legs or with bent legs. And you turn, you come on your elbow again, come into a side plank, and then come into a front plank. I show the same movement now again in a high plank. So we are here on the hands, you come into a high plank, you turn on your side, you have your feet together, or you even lift the top leg up. This is up to you. And then you turn on your back, you come into a back plank, the same movement we did before. You turn again into a side plank, you put your feet either together or one on top of the other, or lift one up, and then you turn again into a front plank. So the next movement is one of my least favorite movements. You sit on the chair, you have one foot in front and you come slowly up and down. So it's like a one-legged squat. If you want to make it a bit more challenging, you even lift the heel off the ground. Next movement is the mad chicken. So all I do is I touch the ground, I run 3 steps forward and 3 steps back. So I always touch the ground, bend your knees. If you are not that fit, you put your hands on your knees. So then let's get started with round 2. So we start with the roasted chicken. So you come into a high plank, then you rotate onto your arm into a side plank. You can lift your leg or you can come on your elbow. You can come back and you keep your hip up and you rotate to the other side and come up. Then you come front into a front plank and you rotate now to the other side. So backwards basically, we come up, we roast the chicken from all sides, we keep the knees straight if you can, or you stay on your forearms, this is up to you. Then you turn again on your side, you lift the arm up, and then you rotate into a front plank. And then we do the whole thing one more time. You turn up, come into a back plank, stay, come into a side plank, stay, and come into a plank to the front. Stay, and then we go again backwards. So you come up, back plank, hold, side plank, and up. Front plank, and finish. So, and then let's get ready for my personal favorite. So 1 foot forward, sit on the chair, come up and down with your legs, stretch your foot to the front, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and then change legs and go up and down again. So 1, and don't wonder if there's one leg stronger than the other. 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 2 times, and 6, and then the last one, and 7. And then last exercise of this round, 10 times as fast as you can, front and back, running 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So everyone, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Again, no equipment needed, just a little bit of space and a little bit of time, and you get fitter every time you do one of these workouts. I hope I see you next week. Bye bye.